Hello, and welcome to Chilltalk English, the podcast where we learn English in a relaxed and friendly way.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy to have you joining us today. If you're new here, welcome. We're Henry and Emma, and we're here to help you practice your English with simple, real conversations.
That's right. Today, we're going to talk about something we all do every day, living our lives and talking about them. We'll be focusing on how to talk about what you did yesterday.
It's such a useful skill. When you meet new people or chat with friends, they often ask, "What did you do yesterday?" or "How was your day?" So today, we'll share stories about our yesterdays and teach you some easy ways to talk about your own day.
Before we start, we want to remind you that you don't need to understand every word. Just try to follow the main ideas. That's how we learn.
Exactly. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get started. So, Henry, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, Emma. A little sleepy, but good. How about you?
I'm great. The sun is shining today, which always makes me happy.
Yes, it's much better than yesterday. Yesterday was so gray and cloudy.
Oh, I know. It was the kind of weather that makes you want to stay inside all day.
Speaking of yesterday, would you like to hear about my day? It was quite interesting, actually.
I'd love to. Tell us everything.
Well, my yesterday started in a rather unusual way. I woke up at 6:30 a.m., which is early for me, especially on a Sunday.
6:30 on a Sunday? That's dedication. What got you up so early?
My cat, Luna, she jumped on my bed and started walking all over me, meowing loudly. She wanted her breakfast.
Oh, I know that feeling. My dog does the same thing when he's hungry.
So I got up and fed Luna. While she was eating, I decided to make myself some coffee. But when I reached for the coffee jar, I realized it was empty.
Oh no, not empty coffee. That's a morning disaster.
Exactly. So I had to make a quick decision. Either go back to bed or go to the store. I chose the store.
That's brave of you, going to a store that early in the morning.
Well, I thought it would be quiet, but I was wrong. The store was quite busy. I guess many other people had empty coffee jars too.
I can imagine. What happened next?
I found the coffee aisle, but there were so many options. I stood there for about 5 minutes just staring at all the different kinds of coffee.
I know that feeling. Sometimes too many choices make it harder to decide.
Finally, I chose one and went to the checkout. The cashier was very friendly. We had a nice chat about the weather while she was scanning my items.
That's nice. Small conversations like that are good practice.
Definitely. When I got home, I made my coffee and sat by the window. It was still dark outside, but I could see the sky starting to change colors.
That sounds peaceful. I love watching the sunrise.
Me too. After finishing my coffee, I decided to do some cleaning. My apartment was a bit messy.
What kind of cleaning did you do?
I started with the kitchen. I washed the dishes, cleaned the counters, and swept the floor. Then I moved to the living room.
That's a lot of work. You're very productive in the morning.
Well, the coffee helped. While I was dusting the bookshelf, I found an old photo album.
Oh, how exciting. Old photos are the best.
They really are. I spent the next hour looking through old pictures. There were photos from my childhood, my school days, and my travels.
Did you find any funny or embarrassing photos?
Yes, many. There was one of me with a terrible haircut when I was about 15. My hair was so short and spiky.
I'd love to see that. Everyone has embarrassing photos from their teenage years.
After the trip down memory lane, I realized it was already lunchtime. I was hungry, so I looked in my fridge.
What did you find to eat?
Not much, just some vegetables and a piece of cheese. So I decided to make a simple omelet.
Omelets are great, quick and easy.
Exactly. But while I was cooking, I got a phone call from my sister.
Oh, how nice. What did she want?
She wanted to invite me to dinner that evening. Her husband's parents were visiting, and she thought it would be nice for me to join them.
That sounds lovely. Did you accept?
Of course. I love spending time with my family. So I finished my lunch and started thinking about what to wear in the evening.
That's so thoughtful. Did you find something nice to wear?
I did, but not before trying on 3 different outfits. I'm not very good at deciding what to wear.
I think many people have that problem. What did you finally choose?
A blue shirt and black jeans. Simple but nice.
That sounds perfect. What happened after that?
I had some free time before dinner, so I decided to go for a walk in the park near my apartment.
Oh, how nice. Was the weather good for a walk?
It was getting better. The sun came out for a bit. I saw many people enjoying the day. Children playing, families having picnics, and people walking their dogs.
That sounds lovely. Parks are such wonderful places.
They really are. While I was walking, I met my neighbor, Mr. Johnson. He's an elderly man who lives alone.
Is he friendly?
Very. We talked for about 15 minutes. He told me about his grandchildren and showed me photos on his phone.
That's so sweet. It's nice when neighbors take time to chat with each other.
Definitely. After our conversation, I continued my walk and then headed back home to get ready for dinner.
How was the dinner with your sister's family?
It was wonderful. Her in-laws are very kind people. We talked about many things: travel, food, movies.
What did you eat?
My sister made lasagna, which is my favorite. And for dessert, we had chocolate cake.
That sounds delicious. I love lasagna.
It was amazing. After dinner, we played a board game. It was a trivia game about movies.
Who won?
Not me. My sister's father-in-law won. He knows so much about old movies.
That sounds like a fun evening. When did you get home?
Around 10 p.m. I was quite tired, but very happy. I read a few pages of my book and then went to sleep.
What a lovely day. From an early morning wake-up call from your cat to a fun family dinner.
Yes, it was a good day. Now, I'd love to hear about your yesterday, Emma. So, Emma, tell us about your yesterday. What did you do?
Well, my yesterday was quite different from yours, but also very nice. I woke up at my usual time, around 8 a.m.
That's a more reasonable hour than 6:30.
Yes, I'm not a morning person unless I have to be. The first thing I did was check my phone.
Anything interesting?
I had a message from my friend Maria. She wanted to know if I was free to go to the market with her.
That sounds nice. Did you go?
Yes, but first I had breakfast. I made toast with avocado and a cup of tea.
Avocado toast is so popular now. I've never tried it.
Oh, you should. It's delicious and very easy to make. After breakfast, I got ready and met Maria at the bus stop.
You took the bus to the market?
Yes, it's easier than driving. Parking near the market is always difficult on weekends.
That makes sense. What was the market like?
It was busy but not too crowded. The weather was still a bit gray, but the market had a wonderful atmosphere.
What did you buy?
I bought some fresh vegetables, tomatoes, carrots, and broccoli. And I also bought some flowers for my apartment.
What kind of flowers?
Yellow tulips. They're my favorite. They make me feel happy just looking at them.
That's a lovely choice. Did you buy anything else?
Yes, I bought some honey from a local beekeeper. It's delicious. Maria and I tasted a few different kinds before choosing.
That sounds fun. I love trying different kinds of honey.
Me too. After shopping, we were both hungry, so we decided to have lunch at a small cafe near the market.
What did you eat?
I had a vegetable soup and a sandwich with cheese and tomato. Maria had a salad.
That sounds healthy and delicious.
It was. While we were eating, we talked about our plans for the summer. Maria wants to go to the beach, and I'm thinking about visiting my cousin in another city.
Those both sound like great plans. Have you decided yet?
Not yet. I need to check my work schedule first, but I'm excited about the possibility of traveling.
After lunch, what did you do?
We said goodbye and I went home. I put away my groceries and arranged the flowers in a vase.
That must have made your apartment look cheerful.
It really did. Yellow flowers against the gray sky outside. After that, I decided to do some work.
You work on Sundays?
Sometimes, when I have a project with a deadline. I'm a freelance graphic designer, so I often work on weekends.
That sounds interesting. What kind of project are you working on?
I'm designing a logo for a new coffee shop. It's a fun project because I love coffee and design.
That's a great combination. Did you make good progress?
I did. I worked for about 2 hours and came up with 3 different ideas. I was quite happy with them.
That's great. It's such a good feeling when you're creative and productive.
Absolutely. After finishing my work, I decided to relax a bit. I watched a movie on my laptop.
What movie did you watch?
It was a romantic comedy. It wasn't a new movie, but I hadn't seen it before.
I love romantic comedies. They're so comforting.
Me too. While I was watching, I got a text from my brother.
What did he want?
He wanted to know if I could help him with something. His computer wasn't working properly.
Are you good with computers?
A little bit. I know more than he does anyway. So I told him I would come over after my movie.
That's kind of you. Family's important.
Definitely. So I finished my movie, put on my shoes, and walked to my brother's apartment. He doesn't live far from me.
What was wrong with his computer?
It was running very slowly. I spent about an hour deleting unnecessary files and programs.
Did it help?
Yes, it was much faster after that. My brother was very happy and grateful.
That's nice. Did you stay long?
I stayed for dinner, we ordered pizza, and watched a soccer match on TV.
Who won?
My brother's favorite team. He was very excited about that.
I can imagine. Soccer fans are very passionate.
They really are. After the match, I helped him clean up and then walked home.
What time did you get home?
Around 10:30 p.m. I was quite tired, but it was a good day.
It sounds like it. From shopping at the market to helping your brother with his computer.
Yes, it was a productive but relaxing day. Before going to sleep, I called my best friend who lives in another country.
Oh, how nice. What did you talk about?
We talked for about an hour. She told me about her new job, and I told her about my day. It's important to stay connected with friends who live far away.
Absolutely. Technology makes that so much easier now.
It really does. After our call, I finally went to sleep around midnight.
That was a full day. Thank you for sharing, Emma.
Now that we've shared our stories, let's look at some useful words and phrases for talking about your day.
Good idea. These words will help you tell your own stories in English.
First, let's talk about time words. Words like morning, afternoon, evening, and night.
These words help organize your story. For example, in the morning, I went to the store. In the afternoon, I met a friend. In the evening, I watched a movie.
Another useful time word is while. We both use this word in our stories.
Yes, I said, while I was dusting the bookshelf, I found an old photo album. And Emma said, while we were eating, we talked about our plans for the summer.
While is great because it helps you talk about two things happening at the same time. The structure is simple. While I was doing action A, I did action B.
Another useful phrase is decided to. I used this when I said, I decided to make a simple omelet. And Emma used it when she said, we decided to have lunch at a small cafe.
Decided to is great for talking about choices you made. For example, I decided to call my friend, or they decided to go to the cinema.
Let's also talk about connecting words. Words like so, but, and, then, and after that.
These small words are very important. They connect your ideas and make your story flow better. For example, I was hungry, so I made lunch. I wanted to cook pasta, but I didn't have any. I decided to make a sandwich instead, and then I ate it while watching TV.
Another useful phrase is went home. I said, I continued my walk and then headed back home. And Emma said, after the match, I walked home.
You can also say came home or returned home. They all mean the same thing.
Let's also look at words for describing your day. Words like busy, relaxing, interesting, fun, quiet, or normal.
These words help you give a general feeling about your day. For example, my day was busy but fun, or I had a quiet, relaxing day at home.
Another useful phrase is spent time. I used this when I said, I spent the next hour looking through old pictures. And Emma used it when she said, we spent about an hour deleting unnecessary files.
You can use spend time with many different activities. For example, I spent time reading a book, or we spent time talking about our plans.
Finally, let's talk about feeling words. Words like happy, tired, excited, bored, worried, or relaxed.
These words help you express how you felt during your day. For example, I was happy to see my friend, or I felt tired after work.
These words and phrases are very useful when you want to talk about your day. Try to use one or two of them when you practice.
Now, let's practice with some questions. Henry, you ask me first.
Okay. What time did you wake up yesterday?
I woke up at 8 a.m. on Sunday. Now, what was the first thing you did after waking up?
I fed my cat, Luna. Next question. What did you eat for breakfast?
I had toast with avocado and a cup of tea. What about you?
I didn't eat breakfast right away. I had to go to the store to buy coffee first. After that, I made coffee and had a small breakfast. Okay, my turn. Did you go anywhere yesterday?
Yes, I went to the market with my friend Maria. Then I went to my brother's apartment in the evening. Did you go anywhere besides the store?
Yes, I went for a walk in the park and then to my sister's house for dinner. Next question. Who did you talk to yesterday?
I talked to my friend Maria, my brother, and my best friend on the phone. What about you?
I talked to the cashier at the store, my neighbor, Mr. Johnson, and my sister and her family. Okay,
Last question from me. What was the best part of your day?
The best part was helping my brother with his computer and then having dinner with him. I like helping my family. What was the best part of your day?
The best part was looking through old photos and remembering good times from the past, and also having dinner with my family. Family time is always special.
We hope our stories and this practice session help you feel more confident talking about your day in English.
Remember, you don't need to use perfect grammar or know many words. Just try to communicate your ideas.
That's right. Start with simple sentences. For example, yesterday morning I woke up. I ate breakfast. I went to work.
Then, as you feel more comfortable, you can add more details. Yesterday morning, I woke up at 7 a.m. I ate toast and coffee for breakfast. Then, I took the bus to work.
And remember to use connecting words like and, but, so, and then to make your story flow better.
It's also helpful to organize your story by time. You can talk about the morning, afternoon, and evening separately.
And don't forget to use feeling words to express how you felt during different parts of your day.
Most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language.
That's so true. Mistakes are part of learning. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
Before we go, we have a small challenge for you. In the comments below, tell us about your yesterday.
Yes, write 3 to 5 sentences about what you did yesterday. It can be anything: work, school, home, or fun activities.
If you want a bigger challenge, try to use one of the words or phrases we talked about today, like while, decided to, or a feeling word.
But if that's too difficult, just write simple sentences. We're excited to read about your days.
We'll read as many comments as we can and might even reply to some of you.
Remember to subscribe to Chilltalk English for more simple, friendly conversations to help you practice your English.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making it for you.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember that every little bit of practice helps you improve.
Until next time, this is Henry saying goodbye.
And this is Emma wishing you a wonderful day and happy learning.
Bye everyone. See you next time on Chilltalk English.